237. It's at 701-237-4487. And pick your purse out of that Y94.com. Pick your purse boutique. Cody Nowacki. We would love to give you a designer handbag this morning and more chances today at $850, $1250, and $250. Today in Y94's Pick Your Purse. And the nice thing about being one of those first few people, you got your pick of the litter there in that first round of purses.
I'm excited to see which one goes first. Last night, I was going over the purse boutique with Steven, and we were trying to figure out which one we thought would be picked first. But I said, sometimes you never really know. Everyone has different choices. But if you know Cody, text her. Tell her she needs to call us.
Yeah, we'd certainly like her to pick her purse this morning at 237. It's at 701-237-4487 and Y94's Pick Your Purses. We dive into a round of Am I the Jerk? Basically, I have three scenarios today, and we're going to roundtable it real quick and see if we think this person is a jerk or not so much. Am I a jerk? Case 1 of 3. I totally forgot about my best friend's wedding. I've just been so busy that I forgot it was happening, and then I saw people post about it on social media. It was this past Saturday. Jerk that I haven't said anything to her yet. I feel super awkward and embarrassed because we are really, really good friends. Do you think you should probably say, hey, I forgot your wedding?
There is so much going on. Like, was she invited to this wedding and she didn't go? Was it a wedding where, what is that called, where you would go to like Jamaica or you travel? Destination wedding.
So for that, that makes the difference.
That
like,
kinda
should
makes
you have
sense.
been there? I just assumed you were supposed to be there.
Yeah, and it's like maybe you weren't in the wedding party. I could understand if they don't live in the same state, but the fact you didn't say anything, yeah, you're kind of a jerk. I think it's one of those days where you would put up photos of you and your best friend and say, you finally found your dream man. Congratulations, miss, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean, if you use the term best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were supposed to be like there and maybe doing things in the wedding, I mean, just your level of involvement just makes you more and more of a jerk depending on what it was. But yeah, I say even just not acknowledging it, bare minimum, yeah, total jerk. Am I the jerk? Case 2 of 3. My friend's husband is a pig. He's gross when it comes to women, so I called him out on it. The thing was, I did it in their own living room at their party, and I think now he's under-amused, and my friend hasn't talked to me in a few days. Am I the jerk for calling somebody out for being a pig in their own home?
In their own home? And did she say at a party?
Yeah, like
so
they're throwing a party.
A lot of people? Yeah, wrong time, wrong place. And maybe that's something you talk to your friend about first and you don't go directly to him. If you are going to confront him, pick a better venue. Probably not his own home and not when there's multiple people there.
Probably a jerk to do it in front of people in his own home. That being said, I don't know what he said. I'd like to know what he said. Because I do think that there's a level of which it could be that offensive and disgusting enough that maybe you're not a jerk.
I mean, how much of a slob is he if they were able to have people come over?
Well, pig is in he's dirty, or pig is in he was saying like sexist stuff.
Gross things.
So in that sense, I'd like to know what it was because that for me would make the difference.
I agree. I thought it was about him being just like a slob and being gross around the house and not helping the friend out with like.
Well, then that'd be weird to
chore
bring up in
work.
front of people. Yeah.
Yeah. But if he's saying terrible things, then there is actually, that might have been a place to do it.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that you did it in his own home. That being said, not knowing what he said, that makes it hard to vote.
That is true.
If he said something like offensive, I don't think it's a jerk move. I'd like to know what he said, but I don't think it's necessarily a jerk move. And finally today, am I the jerk? I'm absolutely livid with my sister. She is 24 and her life was falling apart, so I let her stay with me rent-free, and she's still there. But she always has people over late at night. I have a job. I got to get some sleep. So I told her if she wants to keep staying with me, she can, but she is no longer allowed any house guests. Am I the jerk?
I wouldn't say you're a jerk at all, especially because you're trying to help your sister. You're trying to help her better her life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where you would sit her down and say, listen, I'm just trying to help you. I'm letting you live here for free, but you have to respect that this is my home as well. I'm willing to share it with you, but I have a job and I have to pay for this place for us to live, so you cannot keep me up at night.
Yeah, I mean, she's getting to stay with you totally rent-free. I think that's a pretty good situation for her.
And if she wants to socialize, she can go over to her friend's
Do
house.
that elsewhere.
She can go out. Yeah, it doesn't need to be at your place.
I think it's easy enough to say, like, you know what, I would have you over, but it's not my place.
Mm-hmm.
Staying with my sister right now. She goes bed early. She has a job.
Yeah, that's very understandable.
Can't stay here drinking all night or whatever the case might be. This has been Am I a Jerk? Now looking for Cody Nowak. He's still got about 10 minutes left and pick your purse. Got to call us back, though.
I see you call